What's up, guys? Welcome to the app. Welcome back. It's another video. If you found this video on YouTube, thank you for taking time out of your day to watch it. In the description below, I have two links. There's one link to the app on Apple devices. The other one is for Android and Google devices. And I'd highly recommend going and downloading that app, guys. It's my personal app. I've been working on it for years. It's got all these videos. We publish a new workout every single week. You get access to a chat forum. You get access to the ability to track your sleep, your weight, your nutrition, your workouts. Everything is in the app. We even have a section that you can look up exercises and see how to do them if you're a beginner in the gym. And then you can also work one-on-one with myself or one of our trainers on staff. We are working to expand and add more trainers to the app so that they can use the great features and tools to help their customers as well. So today's video is going to be about the longevity of essentially bodybuilding, but not necessarily competing, but mainly just the aspect of bulking up and building muscle. I'm sure most people could find that the facts around growing, building muscle, that whole process, it's interesting to some extent. I used to be consumed with it. I used to be obsessed with bodybuilding. I wanted to be as big as possible, and I didn't care what the ramifications were. I am very glad that I came to my senses because it seems like this year, and for those who don't follow much of the fitness industry, there's been a lot of people that have died over the last 12 months to 2 years. Very, very popular names in the industry died from heart attacks. And a lot of them were people, both men and women too, who had a lot of muscle. I mean, they were carrying massive amounts of muscle, and they were getting up in age, and then they didn't want to let the muscle go. And it's very unfortunate because there's bodybuilding or building muscle and staying big, being a big person in general, whether it's body fat or whether it's all this muscle, it's you're really putting yourself in a situation where you're just a time bomb, and you don't know if it's going to go off. You don't know when it's going to go off, or how it's going to go off. And as far as bodybuilding goes and building muscle, and again, I'm talking to both men and women too, because there's been a handful of women that have died that had a lot of muscle. And you have to realize, the muscle is a heart, and it is responsible for supplying blood and oxygen to the other muscles. So it has to be working overtime the more muscle that you have. With that being said, cardiovascular health is very, very important. That's why the bigger that you get, the more important it is to do more cardio. Now, these people that have passed away in the last couple of years, they do lots of cardio. Some of them actually were trying to starve their muscles, atrophy their muscles down, because they got the peak of their careers. They wanted to retire, and they're just trying to lose the weight, and then it's still caught up to them, unfortunately. So my best advice for those, and I think primarily I would say the audience that's interested in this video, which is probably going to be young males that want to grow, and they want to get big. They want to get look like a monster walking around. I used to be that way, but I'm telling you, it's not worth the risk. Years ago, I was obsessed with getting big, and I'm 5'7", 5'7.5". I got up to 206 pounds. I did not feel good. I did not feel good. I'm sure the people at the gym thought that I looked great. I was big and muscular. I couldn't wear this shirt, was way too small for me back then. And yeah, I just didn't feel good. I could not walk up a set of stairs without huffing and puffing, running out of air. Just felt like there was a weight on my chest all the time. It just didn't feel good. It was not a good situation. And so I lost about 17 pounds and got down to the upper 180s, the low 190s, and I kind of stayed there for the last couple of years. But now I'm actually working on losing another 15 pounds, and I'm gonna even get smaller. Smaller makes you live longer. at the end of the day. And so, yeah, if you're in your teens, you're 16, you're 17, and you're 120, 130 pounds, you're a real skinny guy or you're a girl, and you want to build some muscle, by all means, do it. It's healthy for you, but there are limits. And the human body, it doesn't do well when you stack on 100+ pounds of just raw muscle and you hold on to it through your 20s, 30s, 40s, and in your 50s. It's better for you to maintain a lean physique and a thin physique than it is to walk around looking like a gorilla all the time. And the most important thing is that you want to focus on your cardiovascular health when it comes to longevity, because the heart is the most important, and you want to make sure that you are doing cardio daily, that you're sweating, that you're detoxing your body, that your food intake, your water intake, your vitamins, your vegetables, everything is so consistent with your micronutrients. We don't talk about the longevity aspect enough here on the app. I'm really, really big on that. And I think the worst thing people can do is probably think that that's not going to happen to me. I'm going to keep getting big. I'm going to keep growing muscle. I'm healthy. I'm fine. I feel good. But that's you don't really know. You don't really know if you are healthy or not, just because you go to the doctor twice a year and that's the crazy thing is most people don't even go to the doctor twice a year. But you don't get your blood work done. You don't go to the doctor and get checked out. You don't. You eat healthy half the time, but because you exercise daily, you think you're healthy. And the most important thing that you need to do is, if you're going to build muscle, do it for a short time. I had this conversation with a current customer of mine. I'd say maybe 6 months ago. He wanted to build some muscle, do a bodybuilding show. So I told him, I said, we're going to add 20, 30, or 40 pounds on you if you want to do this show. But with that being said, you're not going to be that heavy for very long. The guy got up to like 250, 260 pounds. And then now we've already got him down to almost 240 pounds in a matter of like 10 weeks. So he's already lost 20 pounds. And we're probably going to shave off another 20 pounds easily. And so that really puts him back to where he started, but he's going to have a lot more muscle this time. And he's going to be a lot leaner than he was before. After the bodybuilding show, if he's done competing, and he's done competing for good because he had the experience and did well and liked it, then we'll probably bring him down well below 200. I mean, down into the 190s or maybe even into the 180s, because he's a tall guy. So, 180s might look a little skinny on him, but the main purpose would be to have a very healthy heart and to be thin and, maybe, have good muscle tone. You don't want to be anorexic, but you want to have a nice slender, lean physique where you have strength, but you're not this massive gorilla walking around that you're sweating all the time, you're eating 20 meals a day. All that stuff is nonsense, guys, and that's coming from somebody who used to be obsessed with bodybuilding. So just be careful when it comes to growing and building muscle. Realize that it's never worth it. And to be honest, I hate to say it, but 99.99% of the population doesn't even care. So if you're doing it for you, that's one thing. Do it, but be healthy, because more people are going to care about you and your health than they care about your muscles and how they look. So just keep that in mind when you are getting into bulking up, whether you're male or female. Realize that eat the right foods, get the right micronutrients in, eat your vegetables, drink your water, do your cardio, sit in the sauna, detox your body, pay attention to what's going on inside, more important than really what's going on the outside. So anyways, guys, have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.